Good afternoon, Raider Nation. My name is Brent Johnson, along with Carson Taylor and Johnny Bryant, as we are here live from Columbus, Georgia, at the GHSA State Softball Tournament, the Elite Eight. This is an elimination game for the Lady Raiders, as we were defeated yesterday afternoon by Armuchee High School, 3-2 in 7 innings. And we are facing the Dodge County at noon today. Again, the first of AA eliminations. There'll be another game here next to us. I'll go over the bracket a little more specifically a little bit later. First thing I want to do is talk about the sponsors that helped us to be here. I want to thank our title sponsors that are there with us throughout the year. And that's Family Vision Care of Alma. That is Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales and Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply. And I want to make a special thanks for those that sponsored us for being here in Columbus specifically, and that's FNB South, the Harper family, Subway, Wheeler Insurance, the Blueberry Barn, Nichols Pharmacy, Pineland Bank, Burt CPAs, and Joel Williams Insurance. Well, we're going to have a bunch of folks watching today. I'm going to do a bunch of shout-outs. We're going to have a lot of school kids watching from home in our Bacon County School District at all different levels. As I know, there's teachers that have logins that will be allowing their kids to watch some of today's broadcast. So if you have my number, shoot me a text, and let me get out as many shout-outs as possible for that. I enjoy doing that, and I know the kids enjoy hearing it. And all of you in Raider Nation, my faithful subscribers that I'll mention throughout the broadcast as well, that watch from their home or from when they're away, wherever. I want to thank you for being a subscriber on the NFHS network, powered by Play On Sports, and most importantly brought to you by BCTV Production, which is a portion of the Engineering and Technology Department, our STEM pathway that we teach at Bacon County High School. I incorporate broadcasting mainly through my Technology Student Association, my club, which these guys are members of. They're also part of my pathway. I have multiple other students. I got kids tonight that will be broadcasting live from Bryan County at the football game, because we will not be able to be back in time regardless of the result of this game. But if we do, let's just be honest. If we lose, we're out. This is it. But if we do win, if we beat Dodge, we'll advance and play at 4 p.m. this afternoon. And we know who that would be. That will be Harlem High School out of Harlem, Georgia, which is near Augusta, Region 4. We're familiar with that team. And if we lose that game, obviously that's an elimination game. We go home. Or if we win, we will play at 8 o'clock tonight, and that team would be determined later. So, we're looking at the possibility of we have to win 3 games today to advance to tomorrow. We kind of put ourselves behind the 8 ball. We felt like we could have defeated Armuchee High School yesterday. We just couldn't get our bats going. And that's unusual, because these Lady Raiders have been pounding that leather for the last month, and in wins and losses. So we got to get that thing going. We're going to be playing a much more quality opponent, I feel like, not trying to take too much away from Armuchee, but Dodge County is a sort of a perennial power in the last several years in ladies softball, at least in South Georgia, and they've made some noise here in Columbus a couple times. So I want to thank you for joining us and being a part of this broadcast today. We'll take another quick break and be back in just a moment. All right, we're back, Raider Nation. Hopefully you have joined us now live on the NFHS network as we are broadcasting live from Columbus, Georgia. I believe this is our 6th year attending Columbus, and we're pretty proud of the fact that we were the first And we may be still the only group that broadcasts from Columbus. I haven't seen another program, at least the NFHS. There are several radio broadcasts that we have seen other schools bring in. But, I don't know. I'd have to contact the NFHS. I just know that in the past several years we've averaged 300 to 500 views from across wherever. And I can't imagine all of those are Raider Nation. We have folks that watch from all over the state of Georgia. If they are a subscriber to the NFHS, that gives them the ability to watch anybody that is broadcasting. So we're proud of that fact, and we thank specifically our supporters from home, and more specifically the sponsors that will continue. Here we go. We are ready. I've been rambling on. Taz Whitley, we're the home team. Taz is on the mound for the Lady Raiders. Snail behind the plate. I'll go around the horn after the first few pitches here. If you'll notice our angle, we're slightly different from yesterday, folks. We're giving ourselves a little better angle. And the sunshine, the way it's coming in from right field, we wouldn't have had hardly a picture at all. With the GoPro behind the plates, we're set up in left field. Literally, I'm out here too, so I may not be able to see some numbers as well at home plate, giving you at least the visitor team, Dodge's numbers and names. So I apologize for that up front. There's a slap just over the head of Taz, who makes a great defensive play there by A.J., and that was a play that Taz sort of let that ball go through. We saw yesterday, I mentioned, Taz reached up to grab one and it just tipped off her glove. Maybe if she had let it go through, it's just a natural reaction that just didn't go our way. But just a quickly one up, one down for the Lady Raiders. Already a text by a faithful subscriber. Pull my pictures up here, and I got to get the lineup of the visiting team. I do want to give these ladies credit. That was Bellflower who led off. We have White at the plate now, Black on deck. It's interesting. Mr. John Hughes in State Farm, he's got the game up, and him and his employees are watching the game from there. I'm sure his wife Lisa is at home watching the game as well. I want to thank them for supporting us as they watch. Strike on that outside corner. Taz came in yesterday against Armucci and pitched. She did everything she had to do on the mound and offensively with a big home run that tied us up in the bottom of the sixth, but we just couldn't hold on in the top of the seventh. Change up. It looks like just outside. It's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 now is the count. That's a foul ball. Snell behind the plate. Strozier at third base. AJ's at shortstop. Made the play a moment ago. Sadie Adams is at second base, and Ashley Durance at first. Diamond Edwards in left. Hodges in center. And Clement in right. This ball is lined to the center fielder, Hodges. Get it back in. This is a very stout Dodge County team. They played Rockmart yesterday and were defeated. I believe the final score was 7-2. Rockmart, the number 1 team in AA. And then Rockmart defeated Armucci last night 10-2. There's a strike low in the zone by Whitley. And again, I hope the shot is going to be a little bit further away because we're in right field, but I'm telling you, it's a lot better view because of where the sunshine is. I had just enough drop cord to get us out here. Strike on that inside corner. Man, again, Taz just picked up where she left off yesterday. Armucci only had 2 hits. We had a couple errors. Taz with a big 2-run home run to deep center field. And one thing about these Lady Raiders, if we hit the ball, we can win. We can beat any team here. This team was a little quiet before the game. I'm not sure if it was either all business or the other way around. So we're going to find out here in the first couple innings. There's a good pitch, just low, change up. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out now. Ground ball to Taz, and there's another ball off Taz's glove. She probably should have let go through, but again, just a natural reaction to try and field that ball. We're unable to get just a infield hit. Just a tough play there. Hopefully it won't come back and bite us. Fires in a strike. 2 on now with 1 out. Dodge looking to strike early. Ball just outside what it looked like. I'm going to have to be on my P's and Q's for sure today, as I've just been told that got a big crowd in the lunchroom at Bacon County High School. That's got us up on the big screen. So a big shout out to whoever is watching. It's going to be a bunch of high schoolers, as first lunch will begin at 12:10. That come from Miss Amanda Williams, who is a subscriber, her and her husband Joel. And matter of fact, Joel is a sponsor for us to be here at the Elite Eight. Joel Williams Insurance out of Nichols. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ball, wow, I'm not sure what the problem was with that particular pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Need a strike. See what happens. See if we can roll the deuce here. And it is hit, and it's a double play chance, but we're not going to be able to get it as she slides in. Be a little high. It's going to be 2 outs now, runners at the corner. Another shout out to my wife, Mrs. Jessica Johnson, and her class. Her third block class has got us up watching. She is the teacher of several of these girls that's on this team. Another shout out to Mr. Larry Taylor of Burt CPAs, another sponsor. Back home, just got a text from him watching the game. Pulling us through. There's another good-looking pitch, just a little bit low maybe. It's going to be 2 balls, no strikes here with 2 outs. Runners at the corner do have an open base, and I have fell down on the job as far as these young ladies in the lineup. Another ball low. Snell able to keep it close, but the runner does advance to second. I believe it's Hickman at the plate. There's a strike on that outside corner. Again, needed 1 more out to end the top of the first. It's early. And there's a ball hit to Sadie. And she's still got time, and she makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. No run will score. What a great play. She had some trouble with it if you could see it on camera, but she took her time. Fortunately, we had a catcher speed, and we was able to throw her out for the third out of the game. Maybe that's something to fire this Lady Raiders up. We're going to take a quick break here on our sponsors and be back here in just a moment. Go prop bet. All right, Raider Nation, we are back in the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 as the Lady Raiders kind of got out of a pickle there as runners at the corner with 2 outs. There was a slow roller to Sadie at shortstop. She bobbled it just a little, but again, able to make the play at first for that third out. No runs scored. 0-0. Taz Whitley's going to start us off, and she has got to be one of the hottest bats in the state, much less on our team, as she had another 2-run home run yesterday that tied us up in the bottom of the 6th, gave us a chance. And, again, we were unable to capitalize on tying it up. But I don't expect her to – and prior to the home run, she had a big double. Again, I think it was a mistake by the pitcher to even throw anything to her over the plate. But irregardless, she made her pay for it. And I hope we can see something to that effect here. And she takes ball 1 low. Hodges on deck. This ball is going to be lifted foul. Field 8 is just beside the stadium complex, which is really cool. There's a game going on beside us. A big stadium holds probably a couple thousand people. There's 9 fields total. This is field 8. And this ball is lifted foul. It's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Taz. Big shout out to Ray and Sheila Taylor up in the mountains. Oh, and she reaches out on a slow changeup and just taps it back to the pitcher. Not exactly what she had in mind, but I'm sure she'll clean that up. It's going to bring Hodges to the plate, our center fielder. Swing and a foul ball. Hodges fouls another one back. Man, we've been seeing the ball so well these last couple weeks, and then all of a sudden yesterday, the pitcher for Armucci was nothing overpowering, but we had a hard time. I believe we had a total of 11 strikeouts, which is extremely uncommon for the Lady Raiders. Swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout for Hodges. It's going to bring A.J. Johnson, Aniston Johnson, to the plate in the 3 spot. A.J. struggled a bit from the plate yesterday, as others. She was great defensively at shortstop. And there's another changeup, and I got a feeling probably half the pitches that this young lady has thrown have been change-ups. So they've scouted us. We have been known to have difficulty. This ball is hit foul down the third baseline there. Quickly 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Harper on deck. Clement in the hole. Ball low. Again, just a heavy dose of change-ups here. But she's really slowing her rotation down. So it should be easier for at least AJ to pick that up. Foul ball there. Again, early. Bottom of the first. We were fortunate enough to be home team again. We flipped the coin 20 minutes before the game. And this ball is hammered foul by Coach Poff. Steps big into this one. It's going to be a foul ball, though. Out of play completely. This Dodge County team defeated us last year. It was our first loss in the Elite Eight last year. Rockmart eliminated us, but we went up early on these young ladies, and then we just kind of fell apart in the fourth or fifth inning and allowed them to come back and defeat us. Another ball low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nothing I've seen overpowering from this young lady either. She's just changing her speed and location. Another foul ball. Big thanks to, and you'll see the commercials as they roll through, Family Vision Care of Alma, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. This ball is hammered way over here where we are into the stadium complex. This has to be the 8th or 9th pitch thrown to AJ. Another changeup low, and she draws a walk. It's going to bring Bree Harper to the plate, and Bree doesn't have it's not overpowering. She doesn't overpower the ball, but she does have power to the gap to hit it to the left and right center. We do have 2 outs. And she's comes across with a fastball at first pitch. This ball is going to be lifted in play to the right side. And the first baseman does make the play for the 3rd out of the game. So 4 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders. We leave 1 stranded. We're going to take another quick break on the NFHS Network. I failed to mention, again, audibly, Miss Lisa Coley and Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply as being one of our title sponsors for this year. Be back in just a moment. All right, we're back here, top of the 2nd inning, no score. Great pitch. Just a little low, I guess. It's hard for me to see. I was able to yesterday I was able to call balls and strikes a little bit more easily because of our location pretty much behind home plate, but it's hard for me to see inside outside, but I can see the height of the ball, and maybe you can too from the camera angle. There's a changeup. It's going to be ripped into center field. It's 2 hard hit balls by Dodge. So 1 on quickly now. Again, defensively, we played very solid the second part of the season. Fires in strike 1. Especially up the middle. Tempted bunt. That's going to be strike 2. Ball gets, that's just a wild pitch as it's high. Very unexpected. Snell unable to react quick enough to make the stop. Runner will advance to second. If you want to pull up the brackets, go to ghsa.net. Scroll down a bit, and you should be able to see a softball link. And select the tournament bracket. Or in the upper left-hand corner, whether you're on your phone or your browser, you should see resources. Or if you're on your phone, you'll see 3 little lines to the upper left. Just select it, and you'll get a drop-down. Choose resources and then tournament brackets or playoff brackets. Pop fly. Taz makes the play, turns to stare down the runner at second. Easy out there. We need 2 more to get out of this potential trouble. Nearing the top of the lineup again for Dodge. It's a good-looking pitch, but he doesn't pull the trigger. There's a strike. Shout out to Coach Thompson as he is back at school today and preparing for the Bryan County football game tonight, as he was here yesterday. Mike Thompson, our athletic director. And I haven't seen them here yet, but our superintendent and principal of Bacon County High School are supposed to be here somewhere, Miss Judy Rowland and Tracy Martin. Strike on that outside corner. Another great pitch by Taz as she works back in the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swing and a foul ball. Taz just seems so relaxed yesterday. Even today as a senior, she realizes that this could possibly be her last game, along with Snell and Booth, who is unable to play, but she's still part of this team, and Ashley Durrance. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Taz for the second out of the inning. Ball just a little low there. I don't want a tight ball game here. I want our Lady Raiders to come out and just beat the cover off of it the next couple of innings. This ball is going to be bounced to Ashley. She scoops it up, tugs the bag for the third out of the inning. 4 up, 3 down as the Dodge County Strands won. And it's going to be 0-0 as we head into the bottom of the second inning. We're going to take a quick break on the NFHS Network and be back in just a moment. All right, Raider Nation, Bacon County High School, if you're still watching us in the lunchroom, let's see if we can see something special happen here. Strozier comes to the plate. Durance comes to the plate. This ball is lifted high to play. There's a facade on the stadium side. I might get Carson, pan over there when you get a chance to the facade and just show the people up there watching the game from the stadium side. This ball is lifted into right field, and she's toast. Gets over her head to the fence right here where we are. She fires it into second base, and Ashley's going to have a stand-up double. Here we go. I just said a while ago, if you're in the lunchroom, stand up and celebrate maybe for a big inning here for the Lady Raiders. Leadoff double. And you know what? They switched me up in the lineup, and I knew I was going to mess up just as soon as I knew there was going to be a big crowd watching me from the school. But now we have Ashley Durance at the plate. Normally Ashley is in that 5 spot, but they swapped her and Skylar. That was Skylar Clement with the double. Yeah, my boys didn't even correct me, so they didn't see it either. I don't feel so bad. So Clement at second. Durance at the plate, and she struggled, and she knows she had 3 strikeouts last night, and she's going to try to do everything she can to rectify that. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Now we have Strozier on deck. Attempted bunt. It was a low pitch. Probably ball 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And there's another ball low. 2-2, no outs, runner at second. And I'm going to have to correct myself again. That's Diamond on deck with Kamari in the hole waiting. And she lifts this one way up into the stadium field. He probably panned over then maybe. You could see what I'm talking about, the stadium field there. Two and two. Big changeup. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Base is open there at first. I'm not sure if she's necessarily pitching around Ashley. Should be a pitch to hit here, though. And it is, and she rocks it out of play into that stadium field. into the stands as it bounces around. Hopefully it doesn't hit anyone. The fields that we were playing at yesterday, you're talking hundreds of people around 6 fields that the home plates wasn't more than, 50 to 60 yards apart from one another. So when his ball is back over here where we are as well, out of play. But every time a ball went out of play, foul, it was a headache opportunity. Getting some balls back in from foul play. Again, I want to thank Doctors Hutto and McQuaig and Family Vision Care and their whole staff. Because I know Dr. Hutto would tell you that they couldn't do what they do there without the staff of women and men that man that beautiful office building that they have now. Again, I also want to thank Mr. Andy Cawthorn, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Another ball hammered into the stadium field, and it's going to make the field. Ooh, nearly hits the umpire in the other field. Hanging in there. That's exactly what A.J. was able to do and draw a walk in the previous inning. Ball low, and she does. 2 on, no outs for the Lady Raiders. Diamond Edwards to the plate. A lot of speed there. You have to think an attempted bunt would happen here. Ball high. Pitcher on the mound struggling just a bit. Swinging away here. No squaring to bunt by Edwards. And it'll be Strozier and Sadie Adams in the hole. Ball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another swing and a miss there. It's going to be a strikeout for Diamond. 1 out now with 2 on. Again, Strozier coming up, and she, 3 weeks ago in Jeff Davis County, over in Hazelhurst, she had a kind of broke out there with 2 home runs. Then she had another home run in that first playoff series. And she's lifted this one to high in the infield. 2 outs now with 2 on, with Sadie Adams coming to the plate. Sadie's playing second base, where she's practiced the last several days, where she normally plays terrific in left field. She is the only lefty in the lineup. Ball is low. Sadie's unique. I often compared her to Fallon Johnson, who recently graduated and is playing ball in North Georgia. Sadie is she's very fast. She can bunt, she can slap, and she can hit for a base hit. Boy, a double in the gap would be mighty nice right now. 2 outs, 2 on. And she takes strike on that outside corner. Not sure. Like the catcher's glove kind of come outside. I guess it stayed within range for the umpire at least. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Bottom of the second. Raiders threatening. There's a swing and a miss. A little off speed. She was way ahead of it. 2-2-2. Second inning. It's 2s across the board. It's another swing and a miss by Adams. That's going to be the 3rd strikeout of the game for the Lady Raiders. And we're going to take a quick break on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports. Top of the 3rd inning now. Taz retakes the mound. Infield in. Oh, and she hits her on the back. I'm pretty sure this is the leadoff. One on, no outs. Strike on that inside corner. Out at first. Runner advances to second. This ball is hammered into right field. Oh, Strozier unable to make the play. Round third. I'm sorry, Edwards. Hard hit ball. That's a double. 1 run in. 1 out. This ball is popped to the no man's land. It's going to be a sort of a C&I single. We've got to get the ball in. There'll be runners at the corner with 1 out. Timeout by Coach Poff. We're going to take another timeout as well, honor our sponsors, and be back in just a moment. Long timeout by Coach Poff. Trying to settle our girls down, minimize the damage here as runners are at the corner with only one out. The Raiders with an opportunity in the previous inning with no outs and 2 runners on. We weren't able to capitalize. Ball a little low. Snell's going to have to build a wall back there. Keep the runners from advancing. It's going to be low on that outside. And a walk here wouldn't be terrible. It gives you a force play at home with an infield in. And it appears maybe she is sort of pitching around her. Two balls, one strike. This ball is bounced to AJ right up the middle for a base hit. Hodges is going to fire it home. Probably should have went to second to keep the runner from advancing. Another run in. 2 runs are in. 3-0 Dodge. Looks like we're going to get a pitching change here. I want to say thank you to our title sponsors for the 2017-18 athletic school year, Mr. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, Cody Electric and Plumbing Supply, and Family Vision Care. I also want to audibly thank the sponsors specifically for the Elite Eight here in Columbus. That's FNB South, the Harper family, Subway, Wheeler Insurance, the Blueberry Barn, Nichols Pharmacy, Pineland Bank, Burt CPA, and Joel Williams Insurance. We're going to take another quick break and be back in a moment. We have a pitching change. Harper's going to come in for Taz. Taz will go to second base. Sadie over to left field, which defensively this sets the Raiders up better. But I hope it's not too late. We're trailing 3-0 here with one out. We have a runner at second. And Dodge has been able to bust it open here. And we were not in the bottom of the second. But it's an early game. A lot more at bats. Again, Bree started yesterday, pitched I believe it was 2 1/3. And she pitched well, but she was just all around that particular umpire's strike zone. I mean, in my opinion, the umpire was wanting the ball to be on a tee. And, you know, we couldn't afford to throw it right down the pipe. And we just couldn't get a call. And then we had to bring Taz in. Just the opposite here, as they hit Taz hard here early. And defensively, we weren't able to make a play. No errors, just wasn't able to make a play. This ball is lifted out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Excuse me, 2 strikes. Oh, what a changeup. It just throws off everybody. That's for a ball. Got to find a way to get an out here. Another strike as it's fouled out of play. Beautiful day in Columbus once again, anticipating some really bad weather. We're hoping to have to navigate and negotiate that tomorrow by winning 3 games today. I'll go through that gambit in a moment of how that can happen. Ball inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lady Raiders have to win 3 today to advance to the semifinal game tomorrow. Oh, and he calls strike 3. Take a hike. There we go. Big second out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Lady Raiders will bring the top of the lineup in the bottom of the 3rd. Maybe a questionable call. We're not sure if it was a foul ball caught by the catcher or he felt like that she swung and wasn't able to get it back. But a lot of times you'll see some help called. But in that situation, the umpire, there's 3 on the field, is closer to center field versus on that first base line. So I don't think there would be no overturn there. But she's just making herself known. Maybe we'll get herself a call at some point in the game. That's part of coaching. 2 outs now. It's a big second out strikeout by Harper as she comes in the game. Again, just don't forget about that runner at second. Ball gets through. It wouldn't have mattered. Sadie attempted steal. And as you saw on camera, the ball passes Strozier as the slide was into her. Another run is going to score. It's going to be 4-0. No runners on, 2 outs. Popped out of play. Big Red travels over to Bryan County tonight to face the Redskins in a big region matchup for the Red Raiders, trying to get back on the winning trail. Swing and a miss there on a changeup. And that's going to end the inning. The inning kind of lulled us to sleep. Our girls were just in a daze, it seemed like, there. Well, maybe not. We're all trying to figure out what happened here. Maybe I wasn't sure if there was. Yeah, 3 outs, I guess. Maybe we're all confused. I was throwing darts there, but that was the 3rd out of the inning. It's going to end. We're going to take another quick break and be back in just a moment. All right, Raider Nation, we're going to have to rally the troops here as we're down 4. We're back to the top of the lineup. This is where I want us to be. And Taz pops it up. It's going to be in play in the infield, caught by the shortstop. It's really hard for me to say anything negative about this young lady. She has put us on her shoulders these last couple of weeks. Looking for that first pitch strike there and swings and just gets under it just a bit. Hodges is up. Hodges struck out her first at bat. Second time through the lineup. And Hodges is going to abbreviate her swing. Another great play there by the shortstop as she just strolls back and makes the play. Quickly 2 outs, 2 pitches. Brings Johnson back. Drew a walk her first at bat. She's going to get a heavy dose of changeups. She's looking for something to drive, some type of mistake, but it's low. I believe they were pitching around her. Harper on deck. This ball is slammed into left field for the home run. It's out of here. And that's what she needed to get some confidence back. It's about 20 feet past the fence. I'm not sure if you could follow it on the camera. AJ with a big jack here. Just a sophomore. Lady Raiders needed to counter with some type of run or runs here after giving up 4 in the top of the third. 2 outs here. Harper's to the plate. Ball low. This ball is going to be popped up on the infield. The pitcher's going to make the play for the 3rd out. Lady Raiders able to get 1 back. Maybe if we just scratch away, we just got to play some solid defense, throw some strikes, and see what happens. We're going to take another quick break on the NFHS Network. I just don't. Top of the 4th inning. We scratched out 1 run as AJ slams a solo home run to left field. But we got to blow our backs on defense here as Harper's on the mound. Great changeup, swing and a miss. 2 strikes quickly now on Bree, for Bree. Base hit to center field, and that's where all of their hits have been, except for the double here to left. Is right up the middle. 1 on with no outs again. Foul ball, which I'm glad it was. Another shout out to the students in second lunch watching us on the big screen in the Bacon County High School lunchroom. Another shout out to Miss Johnson's class, third block. And if you're watching Miss Addie Langford, shout out to you and your class over at the primary school. Oh, a great changeup by Bree. Just made her look silly. I mean, I'm just going to call it like I saw it for the first out of the inning. 1 out, 1 on now. Beautiful day here in Columbus, blue skies. About 75 degrees, supposed to reach about 77 today. Now tomorrow's going to be a different story if we can somehow make this happen. And there's a slap. We fired a second, unable to get the out. As Bree hesitated, thought about going to first, and then changed her mind, swung around to second. That's going to be an error there. Probably, again, hindsight's 20/20. Probably should have. And she pats herself on the chest there, letting her know it's her fault. To AJ, who was covering the bag. 2 on now with 2 outs, first and second. And this ball is hit to right field. If it stays in play, Clement will have a play, and it doesn't. Foul ball there. Quickly 0-2. This ball, she just reaches out. Just in no man's land. We're going to throw to third for a chance, and the ball hits, and another run's going to score. It just, wow. I mean, if it can go wrong, it has gone wrong. Even on the most routine plays for Bacon County, as the ball, we had a play at third base, as you saw there, but the ball hits the runner, and there's nothing you can do about that. Hits the runner, bounces away from Strozier, and she takes off home, and there's just no play. It's 5-1. Again, if you're just joining us recently, this is an elimination game. The loser goes home. The winner will advance to play at 4 p.m. versus Harlem. And the winner of that game will advance. The loser goes home and play at 8 p.m. this evening to a team to be announced. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 1 in, 5-1. Runners at second and third. Swing and a miss, another big strikeout by Harper. Thank Mr. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales for being a title sponsor for this athletic school year. Let us drive a car over here. This ball is lifted in play. Made by the catcher, Snell. It's going to end the inning. Raiders give up one more run after we tacked on one. Still a 4-run lead for this Dodge County team as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Still got several more at-bats. We still have hope. We just got to start rattling it. Be back in just a moment. All right, here we are. Ball one, bottom of the fourth. Skylar Clement. Big double, leadoff double. The last inning, we got 2 on with no outs. Unable to capitalize. We got Clement, Durrance, and Edwards. Just foul. I'm talking just foul. Skylar's seeing the ball well. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball on the outside corner. I could hear the center fielder wanted the call. I could hear from all the way over here with my headphones on. Disappointed in the call, but it's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes. Excuse me, 2 balls, 1 strike. Another ball outside. Shoot, excuse me, that was the 4th ball for the walk. I'll get it right in a minute, guys. It's going to bring Durrance to the plate, who drew a walk. Her first at bat. And Ashley has some power now. If she can take one here, we really need it. Well, we need base hits, number 1, but I'll take a home run. But we do have a base runner. And this ball is line drive to the third baseman, and they're going to double up Skylar. Not a whole lot you can do about that. Again, just what can go wrong has gone wrong here for the Lady Raiders. We just need something good to happen with 2 outs here. Edwards comes to the plate. Ball low on that outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Fouls it back over into the stadium territory. Ball low. Squares it up at 2-2. Ball was hit off the end of the bat over to second baseman. She fires to first for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders. In the bottom of the fourth. We're going to take another quick break on the NFHS. Be back in just a moment. Top of the fifth inning. Not quite in panic mode for the Lady Raiders. We trail by 4. That's by no means is that an insurmountable lead by this Dodge County team. But again, the sleeping giant needs to awake our bats. We have yet to see with our Moochie or even this young lady any type of overpowering pitching that you come to expect at this level of play. And there's going to be an easy out there for Taz as she squeezes it. And we're just unable to make contact, or at least good contact with the ball. Little pop-ups and line-outs. Again, a couple things haven't gone our way, but by no means. Ashley goes over to the fence to make a play. I hope she's okay. She's staying down. As she runs into the fence, maybe she just lost her breath as the ball was fouled. She's up now. Coach Poff has ran over to check on her. Didn't appear to be, I'm not sure how close she was to a pole that's on the fence. But we'll take this time to honor some sponsors. I want to thank audibly the ones that helping us or allowing us to be here this week at the Elite Eight specifically. And that being FNB South, the Harper family, Subway, Wheeler Insurance, the Blueberry Barn, Nichols Pharmacy, Pineland Bank, Burt's CPA, and Joel Williams Insurance. And there's the pitch, a changeup, as Ashley is able to shake it off, remain in the game. 1 out, 1 strike. Two strikes as it's fouled out of play. Ashley's able to get the out that time on the foul ball, as it's a soft line drive down that first base line. The Raiders will have Strozier, Adams, and Whitley. And that sets us up for the bottom of the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Ball just outside. Another ball high. 3 balls. 1 strike, 2 outs. Foul ball. It's going to be full count now. Another foul ball into the trees. And there's ball 4. And I would think Dodge would be aggressive on the base path with a 4-run lead here and 2 outs. Got to throw some strikes here. Let our defense get us out of this inning. Trying to get back to the heart of our order. Another foul ball. All right, sorry about that. I had to take my headset off for just a second. We did get the 3rd out of the inning, leaving that runner stranded. It's 5-1. Your Lady Raiders trail, but plenty of an opportunity now. We have 3 more at-bats, bottom 5th, 6th, and 7th. Again, I said we've got Kamari, Strozier, Sadie Adams, and Taz Whitley is going to be the 3 batters that Dodge will face. And this is a perfect time for these runners to get on base or Taz to slam one as we move on into the heart of our order to make something happen. I think this could very well be the inning to make something happen, to score, whether we just score 1, 2, 3, or 4 runs here or more is possible. We just need to add to that 1-run lead to give ourselves a chance as we move to the latter innings of this game. I want to thank again Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Mr. Andy does a fantastic job. If you need something, he's kind of like me. He's hard for him to tell you no, whether you need a little money or you need for him to buy a raffle ticket or you need him to donate something to raffle. But he just does a fantastic job supporting all of Raider Nation when it comes to these these kids in our community, from the smallest at the rec league all the way to the varsity level at the high school. So really thankful for him being a part of our broadcast, coming on board as a title sponsor for the 2017-18 athletic school year. And here's Strozier. She's going to take ball 1 high. Again, nothing overpowering whatsoever from this pitcher for Dodge. It's time for us to dial in and make something happen. And Strozier's going to slam this one to right field, center field, right to her, as a matter of fact. That's what I meant to say, for the first out of the inning. But I can't complain about that because she hit the ball well. Just hit it right to the defender. And who knows, she may it may give her a little bit of confidence, and she may have another chance the latter part of this game. Sadie Adams to the plate. With a strikeout in a previous at bat. Another swing and a miss. It's like she's having trouble seeing the ball. And again, that sunshine, that's why we changed our camera angle. It's just pounding into home plate. There's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maybe she can work this count back to her favor. Get on base somehow for Taz. And another foul ball. Swing and a miss. So it'll be 2 outs. Again, if you're an opposing team and you've got a pitch to Taz, this is where you want it. Nobody on, 2 outs. But if they make a mistake and throw it over the plate, she's likely to make them pay. Great changeup there for strike 1. Taz is verbally committed to Coastal College of Georgia over in Brunswick. And she slams this one to left center. It's a big towering home run for Taz. 2 in 2 days. I just got it out of my mouth. If they pitch to her, she can make them pay. And that's exactly what she did. But with 2 outs and nobody on, it was, it doesn't hurt Dodge as bad as it could have. Five to 2. Towering home run, very similar to the one she hit yesterday to center field. I know one thing, that's a perfect angle where we're at to be able to see these balls flying. I can pretty much tell. I knew it was gone once it got over the infield. 5 to 2, 2 outs. Let's see what Hodges can do here. She struggled both days, so she's due. We're all due. And she's going to pop this one up out of play. No, in play. And the third baseman makes a play for the 3rd out of the inning, and that's going to end it for the Lady Raiders. We're able to tack on one more, one at a time. If we do that, we just don't have enough innings left. So we're going to take a quick break here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports. Okay. Top of the 6th. We're winding them down. Again, we tacked on one with a big home run by Taz. Solos by AJ and Taz has made it 5-2. Just talking to the guys between innings there, we cannot. I feel like we cannot allow them to score anymore. And obviously we have to find a way to plate 3 to extend the game after the bottom of the 7th. 4 to win. Harper still on the mound. Ball's fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3 up, 3 down would be ideal in this situation. As AJ will lead off in the next inning. Be AJ, Harper, and Clement in the bottom of the 6th. This ball, I'm not so sure she wasn't outside of the box when she hit that. A running slap, base hit, but there's no question, I guess, as to whether it was or not. Ball is hit to AJ, a diving stop. She's going to fire over to first. Stretch. Oh, and unable to get her. Diving catch. Throw off her knees. There's a runner at first and second now with 1 out. Trying to find a way to keep them from scoring. Ball outside. Good looking pitch on the outside corner, I guess. Just a little too far outside. 3 balls, no strikes. And that's going to be ball 4. Load them up with only 1 out, which isn't terrible. You have a force at every plate. Solid base hit, scores 2. Need a pop-up or a strikeout, ideally, or a line drive, maybe a double play. Infield is in. There's nowhere to put her. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another good-looking pitch just low in the zone. That's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes. These yesterday we walked in a batter on a called. It called it a ball, but man, I thought she was going to ring her up. This ball is hit to Zoe in center, and she's not able to reach it as she dives. 2 runs are in. It's going to be 7-2. Dodge County. Runners at second and third. Still only one out. Shout out to Miss Johnson's fourth buck class, as I'm sure they're watching the broadcast in the late innings here. And this ball is lifted into shallow, or deep infield, I should say, and caught by A.J. there for the second out. Boy, we needed that one a batter ago. Again, runners at second and third with two outs. Foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Another base hit. 1 run in. 2 runs in. It's going to be 9-2. In the top of the 6th inning. Now the Lady Raiders are in danger. With a 7-run lead, this would be the 3rd out of the inning. And it is. It stops the bleeding. But we give up 4 more in the top of the 6th. We trail 7. Got to have something happen here. Got to have something happen here. We're going to take a quick break. Honor our sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, it's crunch time. Now we're in the worry stage. We are in the panic mode with trailing. We're trailing by 7 runs in the bottom of the 6th. AJ is at the plate. Homered her last at bat. This ball is lifted into shallow infield. The shortstop makes the play. Now you're getting down to the reality, the potentiality of last at bats for the season for these young ladies, particularly for the seniors. Of course, if for some reason we don't make it back around to Taz, to give her an opportunity. Her final at bat as a Red Raider and a senior would have been the home run. Harper to the plate. 2 pop outs. By no means, in the Raiders, we've scored 7+ runs in 2 innings before, and there's no reason we couldn't do it against this caliber of pitching. It's just a matter of it happening. Another ball. We need base runners, and there's one. It's going to bring Clement to the plate. And she walked and has a double. Looks like we're probably going to get a courtesy runner. I suspect Doodle Johnson is going to come in the game. Yep. Ball outside. Again, who knows? Couple hits, couple runs. If we could somehow score 3 to 5 runs here to give us a chance, and there's a base hit. 2 on with no out. 1 out. I'm sorry, after the little pop up earlier, first at bat. Brings Durrance to the plate, and again, she's due mightily. 1 swing of the bat, and it's 9-5. She takes strike on that inside corner. Looks like Snell is going to get to bat for herself. She is on deck. Big swing there by Ashley, and she's way ahead of it. And she gets called strike 3 for the second out of the inning. And it is Snell. She's going to bat for herself. Strozier on deck. Once again, I want to thank my title sponsors for the 2017-18 school year, athletic year, which includes football, softball, basketball, baseball, and any other sport that we are able to navigate. Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, and Family Vision Care. Again, I'm trying to think of the last game in which Snell had an at-bat. This ball is hammered right over here. We got to be careful, right near our table. Out of play. This ball is lifted into right field. She camps underneath it. Whew, boy. Makes the play. She didn't look real comfortable. 9-2. The Lady Raiders trails. We head to the top of the 7th. We're all going to take a quick break and be back in a moment. Top of the 7th. The Lady Raiders are behind the 8 ball. Here is pop fly. Adams camps under it in left field and makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. Sharply hit ball into right center. It's going to be extra bases. Stand-up double for this young lady for Dodge. Take nothing away from Dodge. They've done everything that they have had to do to win this game, and just enough. You know, they've pounded out 6 hits, I believe, maybe a 7. And taking advantage of just some missed opportunities by the Lady Raiders defensively. And then just a little bit of bad luck. As earlier, as I said, the ball hit the runner and kind of carried away and allowed a couple runs to score there. This ball is slapped to Taz. She fires it over to first for the second out of the inning. Runner will advance to third. This ball is, big hop to Johnson. She fires over to first for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Well, 4 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders. No harm, no foul, though. However, if we don't score 7, it's going to end the season for our Lady Raiders. Now, a good season, quality season. Maybe not end up quite where we hoped to get a couple victories here at the Elite Eight. But I want to go ahead and congratulate this staff and first-year head coach, Coach Poff, for getting us back here, navigating our region schedule, including the likes of Jeff Davis, Vidalia, perennial powers in South Georgia softball to get here. And going to be a tough couple losses here for the Lady Raiders, again, if we can't get it done. But, again, still a successful season, something to build off of, especially seeing that we're only graduating a handful and we don't have any juniors. We're just freshmen and sophomore, and we're riddled with them, and so there won't be a senior unless somebody moves in or a new kid just stands out. There won't be any seniors on the team next year. And that's a good problem, especially with the experience that these freshmen and sophomores have gotten this year and last year. All right, it's going to bring Strozier to the plate. And if we bat around 1.5, 2 times here, we can pull off the miracle. Ball outside. Just got to have some base runners somehow, some way. This ball is popped straight up, just out of the batter's box. It's going to be the first out of the inning. Looks like we're going to get a sub, but Gracie Hand is going to get in the game. And guess what? I wasn't looking down the lineup. Taz Whitley is going to get one more chance, one more at bat for the Lady Raiders in her career. Her previous at bat was a line drive out, a pop up, and then that big home run to left field. Again, Gracie Hand, just a sophomore. She's a pitcher as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 strikes now on the foul. Won't take long to wrap it up when this game is over, when it is final, whether we make a miraculous comeback or not. This ball is hit foul. I want to thank, once again, audibly, another foul ball back into the stadium seating. possible headache over there. I want to thank F&B South for joining us these two games. Harper Family, Subway, Wheeler Insurance, the Blueberry Barn, Nichols Pharmacy, Pineland Bank, Burt CPA, and Joel Williams Insurance. And this is a ground ball to the third baseman. That should be the second out of the inning. 1 out away. And I guess this is good. I don't know. It depends on how she winds this last at bat up, is Taz. Maybe she gives her something fat over the plate. And she reaches out and touches it. And that's going to be the third out of the inning. Taz is going to be very emotional, I'm sure, this being her final game for the Lady Raiders, as well as Cameo Snell, Brianna Booth, and Ashley Durrance. I want to congratulate them and thank them for their support of Lady Raider softball, Bacon County High School athletics. I've already touched on the coaching staff, Ray Stevens, Coach King. I want to thank the parents and everyone who supported these Lady Raiders all year long, the boosters. I want to thank my crew for being supportive of our broadcast, the young men and women that have helped throughout the season as we're going to wind up this season here at the Elite Eight. I want to thank Bacon County School District for allowing us to do this and support our community. Really, this is for you, Raider Nation, the reason we do this. And I want to thank all of our sponsors throughout this season. And I'm going to hit them one more time, and then we're going to show some commercials. But I want to thank Miss Lisa Coley at Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply. I want to thank Mr. Andy Cawthorn, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, and Drs. Hutto and Drs. McQuaig at Family Vision Care. Again, tough couple losses for this Lady Raider team. And Coach McDonald, I'm sorry, I missed him just a moment ago. I want to thank him for his efforts as well on this staff, Coach Deet. And, again, just we're sad. I'm disappointed in the way maybe we the season ended, But, again, still another successful season and year for this Lady Raiders. And we got a lot to look forward to over the next couple of years with some young girls with a lot of talent. Congratulate Coach Poff and her staff for giving us the opportunity to be here one more year. So we're going to wrap this up, this live broadcast from Columbus, Georgia at South Commons Softball Complex at the GHSA Elite Eight Fast Pitch Softball Finals. On behalf of BCTV Productions and the NFHS Network and Play on Sports, my name is Brent Johnson. I'm here with Carson Taylor and Johnny Bryant. Thank you for joining us one more time for Lady Raider Softball.